Good morning. So yesterday I shared to you during that distance formula how to derive and how to use one example, that is of your question number 1 NCERT exercise 7.1, and third part I did for you, and between the 2 points A and B where the chord for A x1 y1 and B x2 y2, you can write that is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under the root. So this is the distance formula you have to use throughout the exercise 7.1 I am talking. And now if you go through your questions of this exercise, like first question, I hope all the parts now you can do, but what is the important thing that you need to take care of? Like suppose identities here, you can see a minus b whole square plus again a minus b whole square. That always you have to keep a check upon these identities. Suppose your both are negative, somewhere you are taking like minus x minus y whole square. What's about this? If it is coming in this form, both are negative. So just from the understanding point of view, I want to make it very clear to you. Take minus common always only once and then write it as x plus y whole square. Now you know very well that square of minus is always plus, and then it becomes automatically x plus y whole square. So means you make it very clear just at the initial stage. If both are consisting of the negative sign, that will always be considered as a plus b whole square. So these are the things which you have to apply during the application of your distance formula. So now if I will take question number 2 of your this exercise, in all three parts you have to apply. Question number 2 also you can see, that is find the distance between the points of 0, 0 and 36 and 15. So now I will not be like you just take A 0, 0 and B is your 36 and 15. So now you just mark it as x1, mark it as y1 and then x2 and y2. Now write these values, especially in those cases where the plus and minus signs are given. What is x1, what is y1, what is x2, what is y2, and always substitute it to this formula. Then you will be getting the distance between the two. So nothing new is there. But as you are proceeding towards the end of the exercise, you see the change in the questions and their format. And my advice to you is, as many times as possible for you, please keep on writing the formula always so that you can learn it thoroughly. What is the distance formula? No confusion should be there to any one of you. Third question is very important from the understanding point of view as well from the examination point of view. Determine the points 1, 5, 2, 3 and minus 2, 11. 1, 5, 2, 3 and minus 1 and 11 are collinear or not. So I have to check whether these set of points, suppose this is point A, this is point B and this is point C. The chord of A are 1 and 5, chord of B are 2 and 3, chord of C are minus 1 and 11. And I have to verify whether these are collinear or not. So now the question is there in distance formula. The interesting part in coordinate geometry is same next part of mine is, that is our section formula, and after that the area of triangle is also there. Now it is not the part of your examination, that is the area of triangle. But with all three possibilities, I can prove that whether these points are collinear or not. So first of all, you make it very clearly what do you mean by collinear. Collinear, you all know when all the 3 points are lying on the same line, then those points are said to be collinear. So that you have to check here. Now you have to try in 3 ways to answer this question. What is that? Why that is there in distance formula? Now that I am explaining to you. One possibility is this. Another possibility can be like this also. A, C and B. Now this is also the possibility that these points are collinear. And then C is here, A is here, and B is here. So these are the three possibilities I need to check. And out of three, if any one is getting satisfied, then you can say the points are collinear. So here, what you need to do is, again you have to find the distance between AB and BC. So AB plus BC, that will make is equal to what? CA. Here if you go, that is your AC plus CB is equal to what? AB. And here it is CA plus AB. Again CA plus AB. And finally that is coming equal to what? CB. So these are the three possibilities. Means all the time I am finding AB, BC, CA. Here also you see AB, BC, CA. AB, BC, CA. Means distance I have to find only once. But I have to satisfy out of these three any one. If out of these three any one condition is getting satisfied, so the points are collinear. So that is the application of distance formula to prove the points collinear. And when you are taking B in the center, then this condition, C in the center, then this condition, and when A is in the center, then this condition. And all the times chords are there. First you find the distance between A and B, then between B and C. Then in that case x1, y1, x2, y2. Apply the distance formula and see the distance. And then similarly B and C, write the distance and check what is CA is equal to. So once you have to find the distance of all three, AB, BC and CA, and then check in all three cases what is the result coming. Out of three, if any one is getting satisfied, that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So you can see or you can say that the points are collinear. And distance formula again and again I will not be applying. That is your practice time and you have to do the practice. If any doubt is there, because the answers will be sometime coming in third form also. So you remember in ninth it is taught to you only the like thirds can be added or subtracted. Be careful, if it is under root 5 plus 3 under root 5, then you can add it like 4 under root 5. Do not add like this 2 plus under root 3 is equal to under root 5. Please avoid this situation. So this is not correct. Like thirds only can be added or subtracted. So everywhere you have to add. So that's why focus your attention upon the like thirds only and then check the conditions. If you talk about question number 4, now it is one triangle is given to you and the vertex is also given. So you draw the triangle. This is all previous knowledge, you know. You have already done the things. But how nicely now you see the question are adjusted in coordinate geometry. That is in distance formula's application. Determine whether 5 minus 2, 6, 4, 7 minus 2. Suppose this is A, this is B and this is C. And the chords of A are, you can take 5 minus 2 with your choice, you can take anywhere A, B and C, 6, 4, 7 and minus 2, 6, 4, 7 and minus 2. Now you have to answer whether this triangle is isosceles or not. So again you need to find what is AB, what is BC, what is CA. Means I have to apply the distance for this and this, then for this and this, and then for this and this. Just to determine the length of all the three sides. Out of 3, if any 2 are getting equal, means you can write the answer is yes, this is an isosceles triangle. So in that way you can answer here this question number 4. So I hope all of you can do, and the distance formula will remain same for all. All these are the application of your distance formula. Better always write for A and B x1, y1, x2, y2. Then for B and C x1, y1, x2, y2. For C and A x1, y1, x2, y2. With your own convenience, as you like. Keep on finding the distance and then verify the condition. For isosceles, you need to prove that at least two sides equal. If it is coming, then you can write yes, the triangle is isosceles. Then 5 question wise, you are given with a figure here. Read the question very carefully. in a classroom there are 4 friends seated at point A, B, C and D. So you can see from the figure, Champa Chameli walk into the class, and after observing for a few minutes, Champa asked, "Don't you think ABCD is a square?" Chameli disagrees. Using distance formula, find which of them is correct. So very comfortably now you see you did this part in class 9. You need to write the chords of A, B, C and D. Then you have to verify whether that is a square or not. So you know all what you have to do here. Chords of A, that yesterday I was sharing with you. Do you know how to read the chords, how to plot the chords? So along x-axis abscissa is 3, along y-axis ordinate is 4. So chord of A in question number 4 you will be writing 3 and 4. Then B is at 6 and here it is at 7. So chords of B are what? 6 and 7. Similarly, read the chords of C and D. So C is at 9 and 4. So abscissa is 9, ordinate is 4, and for D it is 6 and 1. So now these are the chords. These are the chords. So find the length of AB, BC, CD and DA. All 4 lengths you have to find, and then check whether that is a square. If all the 4 sides are coming equal, means that is a square. So similarly, you can try your question number 6. Again, name the type of the quadrilateral formed, if any, by following points and give reasons for your answer. Simply you have to plot these chords only. Very simple task you have to do here, and use the graph paper and then check types of quadrilaterals. You know, parallelogram it is, kite maybe a trapezium, or your square or rhombus or rectangle. So all the members of your family of parallelogram you have to identify, and then you have to give the reason for the same. So up to question number 6 you have to finish today, and then one assignment of question 5 questions I will be giving to you in today's live class. So please pay attention to that. Some previous board questions based upon distance formula I will be sharing with you. So then today's task in your fair notebooks you have to do up to question number 6. Thank you.